Hello and happy Tuesday. My name is Wendy Lee, and you can find me at creativeleeyours.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US and very excited, yay, that you're joining me today in my studio for our crafty fun. Yay, 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 yay. So if you're joining me when this video premieres, it is Tuesday, February 4th of 2025, and exciting things happening in the studio, right? We just had a new round of products released for our celebration offerings. Our celebration promotion is where you can earn free goodies from this little mini catalog. Um, with a qualifying purchase. So in the US, it is a $60 purchase, every $60 you spend, actually. And there's two levels of things that you can earn. There is a level, what I call level one, which is a $60 purchase. And then there are a couple items that you can earn when you reach $120. And they're a little bigger deal, right? Like one of them is the heart-shaped bundle, which is one of my favorites. And it's on low inventory, so it's going to sell out. I'm telling you, if you want that one, get it while you can. Yes? But what's even more special today is that they released additional choices that you can get for free. So if you've already gotten everything you want out of this, there's more to choose from. So be sure to check that out in my online store. We only have a little over 3 weeks left to earn our free celebration goodies and your spot to my celebration event. I like to reward those that purchase with me during the celebration promotion and give back a little bit of a crafty fun day together. So we get together on Zoom. We've got opportunities to earn prizes. There's a raffle, and most important, I mail out a exclusive card class to my participants before the event, and we craft together, right? So we make some projects and have a little fun time just connecting, right? So I would love for you to join us. To qualify for that, will need to spend $180 before shipping and tax with me during the celebration promotion, right? So that started January 7th and goes all the way to February 28th. So you can do that in one order or many orders. It's entirely up to you. The other thing I wanted to mention to you is that we have registration going on for our Cultivated Creativity DIY paper crafting kit. You can see a sneak behind me. Yep. The video is on my YouTube channel, so you can see a sneak peek up closer and learn a little bit more about the program. I hope you'll join us. We also have bingo registration opening up in the coming days. Yes, I love bingo. We do bingo every single quarter, and it's a fun way to get together all over the US, right? On Zoom, and we have a good time. So hopefully you'll join us for that as well. But if you want to stay up to date with everything I've got going on, of course, you want to be on my email list. Yes, you do. If you're not on my email list, you're missing out on all kinds of crafting opportunities, right? Plus, I gift my email list a exclusive tutorial bundle every single month. And they're good projects. So you definitely want to get your hands on those. All right, let's go ahead and switch the camera over and get to today's crafty fun. Okay, so for today's project, we are going to be featuring some products from the Storybook Moments product suite. And this one is just so much fun. It's got lots of, feels like an old story, right? Like they've really captured the old-timey book feel to this one, in my opinion, with the designer papers and the stamps. Now, that particular suite, let's see if I can grab it. Let's see. Yes. So this particular suite, you could see this in our mini catalog or in the online store, but there are actually two different stamp sets and Stampin' die bundles. So you could go down the garden side or the cute little bunny side and all his little friends with little framed elements. It's really adorable. And it's really got that old-timey feel to it. And then there's a really pretty scalloped edge ribbon and some antique pearls. So these are all really nice. But of course, my favorite is the designer paper. It's always the designer paper. But lovely, fun plaids that mix and match really well with these fun prints in this. So I've decided to not use the stamp set and dies. I am going all in on the designer paper. I'm going to mix and match it with a few of our other products. Stampin' Up! Is really great about making sure that you can really get the most out of your products. You don't have to have or only use products just in that suite. You can use products from throughout our offering and mix and match and get some really fun things. So it's got lots of layers. We got a lot going on this particular project. And I just think it's cute. So instead of going a traditional white or vanilla base, I'm going to use basic beige. So this is 8.5 by 5.5 piece of cardstock, and that's going to be our card base. Now, the complete supply list and cut dimensions will be on my blog, but they won't post till tomorrow because this is actually my project for our All-Star Video Class Tutorial Bundle blog hop. So this is an alternate project to what you're going to find in the tutorial. You can earn those for free when you purchase a minimum of a $50 order with me, or you can purchase the tutorials themselves if you'd prefer. That's entirely up to you. Yeah, so you can go either way. So either one works. So whatever makes your heart happy. All right, so I am going to add a piece of this lovely plaid. It's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I'm going to attach that right to my card front with my Stampin' seal. Okay, and I actually think I'm going to flip that. So I've got a really skinny edge of the basic beige. Now you can make that wider if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you. And now I'm going to pull in my embossed brick 3D embossing folder, and I've actually already run this through. So I've got a piece of basic beige that's 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 that I've added that lovely texture to, and we're going to adhere this down flat as well. Okay, perfect. Now, my next layer, I want to die cut this fun lattice. So that is actually done with the linked together die. So this is the linked together die set. I love this one. And of course, this is one of my favorites right here. So I have found that the best way to use this die, though, is to use it with adhesive sheets. So I wanted to show you guys how to apply adhesive sheets. So I've got a piece of basic beige. It's 2 3/4 by 4 1/4-ish. This is a scrap, but that's what size I would use. And I've got a piece that I cut out of my adhesive sheets. So I'm just going to remove the backing paper on one portion of it, right? And lay this right down on my cardstock. Okay. And then I can lift and remove the other portion and press that down. Now, I recommend using your bone folder to run over the back of this adhesive sheet. You want a really good adherence to your cardstock, right? So now we're going to take this, flip it over, and I'm going to go die cut this. Okay, so now that I have this die cut, let's go ahead and take this out. And then I'm going to grab my handy dandy, I got a little baby trash can here on the side, and let's grab our take your pick with the die brush tool. And I am just going to get all these little pieces that it cut out of my die. Works so great. Do you guys love the brush tip? I do, for sure. And then I can pop that right out. So I've got the adhesive sheet right on the back. So all I have to do is peel and stick. So I'm going to bring in a piece of wild wheat. And so I've cut this just slightly smaller than what the die ends up being here. So let's see, do we have a silicone craft sheet? Sometimes I steal it from my workspace here, but we'll use it. I'm just going to lay this down. So this measures 2 3/8, and then it's a fat 3 3/4. So it's not 3 7/8, not 3 3/4. It's a little bit wider than that. So we could say 16ths, but I'm not going to say that because that puts people over the edge, right? All right, so I'm going to lay this right down. I peeled off that backing paper, and this is going to go right over the top. Sweet. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Now, I've got a piece of basic beige that is the same size as that wild wheat that I just did there. And I'm going to do some cutting on this, but I wanted you to see it before I start cutting. So let's take this piece and let's put this down on our card base. Okay, now I'm going to put this, did I do it flat? I think I did do it flat. I'm going to do it flat. Now, if you prefer to use liquid glue because you're dealing with quite a bit of texture, you can definitely do that. I'm just going to stay Stampin' Seal. I think it'll be just fine. Make sure I know my direction of my card. And I'm just going to center this right on that. Give it a good push down. All right, It's beautiful already, I think. But we're going to change it up with this. So let's make a frame out of this. Let's cut a window out. So I wanted to make a little 1/2-inch window around this. So let's go ahead and pull in our paper trimmer. I am going to slide this to the 1/2-inch mark. So I like to use this side of the cutting channel whenever I can when I'm doing small cuts, because then it gives me this larger edge to put my cardstock against. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to use the little tick on the side of the cutting blade as a guide, and I'm going to go up just a 1/2 inch down from the edge, and then I'm going to come down. Now, I'm having trouble seeing exactly 1/2 inch, which is why I use my trimmer the other way. So I'm going to probably stop a little bit short. I can come back and connect that if I need to. Let's go ahead and rotate this, and we'll get that at that 1/2 inch mark. And on this side, I could see a little easier. So you can see I was just a tidge bit short. So let's put that back in at that 1/2 inch mark and go a little bit further down, and I can connect those, because now I can see that with my cutting blade. All right, so let's repeat this, right? Got that little bit cut out there. We're going to come here, and again, I'm going to do the 1/2 inch, and then I'll stop where I've got my other cut line, which is also at a 1/2 inch. And same thing on our last one. Makes it really easy on the last one to just connect your cuts. You don't even have to really pay attention. Now, if it bothers you, you could go in and mark it with a pencil and then erase that. So you can see I got it off a little bit right there when I went back to cut in. But I'm going to go ahead and just smooth that out a little bit with my snips, since I got that a little bit frayed. So just kind of clean that up just a smidge. I'm not overly worried about it, right? Maybe I should be, but I'm not. So I cut my little frame. Is it perfect? No, it's okay though. All right, now I want to lay this onto my card base. So I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals to place around here. You could use additional layers of cardstock if you want. You could use foam adhesive strips, or just our foam adhesive, right? And cut off patches of that if you'd like to. Looks like I might need to clean out my cutting channel. I'm a little frayed on that one. Not afraid, but frayed. All right, now I want to put this right in the center there, because I wanted to see that little stitched line, right? I think it just adds a really nice touch. Cute, right? Oh, I forgot to do my stamping. That's all right. We're going to do it. We're going to go back and do it. And if it ruins it, it ruins it. We're going to try it though. I think it will be forgiving. I totally forgot to stamp my frame before I put it on there, which you would normally want to do. But let's see if we can salvage it. I am bringing in the heart-shaped bundle. So this is one of our level 2 celebration items that you can earn for free. You have to have $120 before shipping and tax to get this one, because it is the level 2. And I wanted to grab this cute little hello from it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to bring our flirty flamingo that coordinates. And we've got this dainty little hello. So this is why I think I can do it, because it's so dainty and you need very little pressure. So I'm going to come in here and see if I can get my hello stamp. Oh yeah, it worked out great. So something like this is easy to come back and add in without too much risk, right? All right, now I am going to bring in kind of the star of the show, I think, which is this sheet of designer paper from the Storybook Moments suite. So this has all kinds of great die cuts. There's 2 of each sheet in there, and you've got all these little elements that you can punch out. So I am using this adorable wheelbarrow. Okay, and let's grab the butterfly up here. Now you could use whatever elements you want, but that's what I'm choosing to use. And then I'll put some carrots on the inside here. But all kinds of cute little elements that you can use on your cards, and you don't have to color them, right? They're already beautifully colored. You just punch them out and use them, which is kind of fun. All right, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my wheelbarrow, And I am going to adhere it right here to my card front. See, so it's covering up my messiest corner I had down there. So that's why I was not all that worried. Put a little bit on the wheel, put a little bit on this part. All right. And I like mine hanging off the edges. I think that adds a nice visual appearance. I just want to stay within the confines of the outer card base, right? Okay. Next, let's add our little butterfly. Now, I could either liquid glue that down, or I think I'm going to take a dimensional and put it to this outer edge best that I can. Okay. And we will slide that right against the edge there. Cute, 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 cute. Now let's take some of these antique pearls and we're going to add some little stones in our wheelbarrow here. So we'll just add in just a few little stones. Kind of fun, right? I think it's a fun way to use it. Let's put that one there. And then let's grab a little one and put a little one there. So play with this. You know, you can do what makes you happy. You could put some outside. I just thought it was kind of fun. Have little stones in my wheelbarrow there. All right, now let's finish the inside. So for the inside, I've got a piece, a 5/8 inch strip that I had left over when I cut this card base here. So I'm just going to use that to add some design to the inside of my project. I think adding these little touches is really, really nice. And since I had that really skinny border, I'm going to keep that nice skinny border when I go to the inside. And then let's just add some little carrots. Cute little element to finish off our project here. Okay. So adorable. What do you guys think? Do you like it? So just mixing and matching a few different little things from our collection. And of course, you could change this up and use all the different plaids. And there's some really great prints in the other pack of paper as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this today. Give me a thumbs up if you're liking what I'm doing. And don't forget to share your crafty friends to join us on Tuesdays for a little bit of paper crafting fun. All right. Thanks so much. And I'll see you again next Tuesday. Bye for now.